final third.
I think Pepe's so coachable.
You should be in
just need to shake him.
You should be in prison. We bailed you out. We bailed you out to come and play this season. You're out here disgracing us. You should be in prison. You should be facing charges.
Hello, and welcome, people, to another episode of the Final Third European Review Show. I'm your host today, Banks, joined by my faithful co-host, Lavish, Ushemi, Oluwashemi Laurie, whichever one you want to call him.
Thank you.
We got a couple games this week where English sides going into the match. There was a stat saying that every single English side had won their match. I think it was 9-0, so no English side had conceded a goal, and they'd all won their match. In comes United. Word to Buddy Heist, and now enters United. Oh, bravo! There's only one place we're gonna start today.
Metropolitano.
Hey, that first half performance.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. You're fond of firing every single person that mispasses a ball. That's one of the worst European performances I've ever. Like, United have had bad European performances.
Nah, you don't have had bad. You don't got that.
You've had bad, but this was bad. Was bad.
PSG was bad.
Which one?
The one where Rashford got last minute. You don't got dominated.
Yeah, we got dominated there, but this one was bad as well, though. This one was knockout stage. Yeah, it was bad. Basel, I remember that was crucial. That was the worst one of all time. Shaqiri, but who's coming out of that? Who came out of that match apart from Elanga with any sort of?
No United player played. You couldn't even scapegoat one United player. No,
you couldn't.
That's mad. I haven't seen that before.
The worst thing is you can't scapegoat one United player, but you want your better players to step up in these sort of games. Like, there's bigger expectations on the likes of Pogba and Varane in comparison to.
You want Varane to do? He's a defender.
No, but he made a lot of mistakes today. He made a lot of mistakes today.
Yeah, okay. I hear what you mean.
Like, he had a bad performance.
Yeah, but if he has a stable game, a comfortable game, that doesn't change the game. That's what I mean.
No, that's 100% true. But I still want you to start. Like, I want you to have a stable game. Let everything else burn up, but I need you to step up as well. That's not me singling out Varane, but I expect a higher level performance from Varane than a lot of the other players in the squad. He was woeful. Maguire,
he's not good, and it's crazy how the media actually just don't publicize. The media never really speak on how bad he is ever. Like now the media, I think this last week, they're kind of scared. They're trying to like shine the light on Varane. It's very weird. It's like, what?
You're centre back with no instincts. How's what's his name? Yao Felix, who, by the way, hey, I don't even rate Arteta like that, but do not let Arteta get his hands on Yao Felix.
It'll be criminal. Why, he'll ruin him? Or
no, I just don't want to see it. I don't want to. There's possibilities there that I don't want to see. Yao Felix on any team is going to make them better. Yao Felix on any team.
Do you think it can't be? Do you think it won't be a thing like Havertz where he comes and it's just like it just doesn't?
No. He's stamped. His thing is stamped.
He's certified.
His thing is stamped.
Boy.
His thing is stamped. We're going to talk about Yao Felix, but yeah, Maguire for the goal. No instincts. Like, you see him coming across you and you don't think, let me touch him. He wasn't touching him. As a defender, you need to at least feel him if he's making that run.
Even though he's not small, but he's a small boy. He got up like a salmon, out jumping.
Nice header. Nice.
He wanted it more. He just wanted it more.
You can't race into that area. Left back's on his left foot. You got to be expecting the worst. As a centre back, why do you not have the instincts to expect the worst? Why?
Brilliant header.
Rangnick playing Lindelof at right back. I think he was one of the better players in the first half. I think he was one of the better players. Yeah, we're gonna get onto that, Nathan. You are gonna have fun with your agendas today, because every single person could have an agenda run on them today. But that experiment, Lindelof at right back, why?
Oh, that was bad. Lodi. Oh,
it just gives you no balance. It gives you no balance.
Every time the ball comes left wing to Lodi and
touch.
And I can't lie, the balls that Lodi was plucking out the sky,
they were difficult balls.
They favoured Lindelof every single time. In that, I'll rather be the person trying to head that ball than bring that down. That's what I mean. Secondly, I'll rather be the person trying to tackle someone on that person's touch than be the person trying to bring that down and act on that touch, if you get what I mean. So both phases actually favor the defender. And every single time, Lindelof, like, it was ISO time. It was, whether Lodi did what he did after, we don't, but it was ISO time. How he was able to bring that down and get ready to get at Lindelof each single time. I was just thinking, this is not fair on my man. He's clearly playing out of position. This does not favor him.
Just like, what was I need to know the reason, because he said he wanted tactical flexibility amongst by choosing this formation, and we still remain so rigid. Pogba and Fred in the pivot, woeful. Lindelof, I think he wanted to be able to make a back three and then have
mentioned this, so you might as well read this comment.
So Nathan says Maguire has no reading of the game. When you have no pace as well, you're toast. Look at Mertesacker, he had no pace, but his reading of the game was very elite. That's it. If you don't have defensive instinct, you're in trouble. He can't cover because he's got no pace.
Very similar to Maguire, if we're being keeping it a buck, is Eric Dyer. Like Eric Dyer, when he's at his best, which is, I'm not saying is good, he's in the right position, so you don't really exploit the fact that he's not mobile. He can't turn, he can't move that quick. So his reading of the game is good. When it goes bad, he looks bad. But Maguire's reading of the game's been bad for quite a long time now. And even his best time
defensive instinct. I keep saying the word instincts, but if you're not anticipating, you're not gonna get. Especially, we talked about Walker on the weekend show. Like, his instincts are so poor, but he's got the recovery pace to get there.
He's all reaction, which is rare. He's all reaction, but you can't be all reaction.
You don't have those physical
traits to be able to be all reaction. So your anticipation has to be very, very high. And I say Eric Dyer, when he's playing his best, I feel like they're the same sort of player, Eric Dyer and Harry Maguire, to be honest. But it's weird how he doesn't really get spoken about, because he's England's captain, I guess, or vice captain. But let's not just scapegoat Varane or Maguire. They just all weren't good enough. They didn't have control of it in the park. And when Man United got on the ball, again, we've been saying this for years. It's like, where do we go from here? Especially if it's like a low, very well structured team.
Worst thing is, every time we got the ball, we had no space. Like in the first half, Atleti executed that press to perfection, because every single time our players had absolutely no answer for when Kondogbia or when Kondogbia or Llorente from right back was pressing up on them, had no answer. When Lodi was pressing up on them, when Correa and Felix were like, when Atletico decided to go for the press and decided to engage, especially when they got into our centre backs and midfielders, they had no answer. We talked
like when a game. You guys got a fantastic result, considering when the best 3 or 2 midfielders on the pitch were literally the opposite. Kondogbia and Herrera everywhere. They were in every pocket.
Ate up the whole midfield.
Yeah, they ate up the whole midfield. It was very, very
one-sided. Pogba and Fred in an away match in the Champions League knockout stages. Ralph Rangnick, that is suicidal.
What would you have liked? What would you have preferred?
You got it's a big game. You've got to make a decision between Pogba and Bruno. You've got
away goals don't matter anyway. So away goals don't. It's just normal.
It's not about. But it's about your. It's not about away goals. It's about being compact. At least we saw with that shape. He said he wanted to be tactically flexible, move systems about. We were rigid in that 4-2-3-1. Pogba and Fred as the holding midfielders. They were always going to be able to play. They played for us way too easy. So
you prefer McTominay and Fred or something?
Not even McTominay and Fred, but if you choose between Bruno and Pogba, you have to drop maybe Matic in there, because you have to have 2, or maybe I don't even want to have to say McTominay, but you need to be able to cover area.
You've run out of players. It's either McTominay or Matic.
You're playing Bruno in the 10, who's basically going to play as a striker. By the way, Bruno's performance today. We talked about Pogba. Bruno, we can tell that this is he's new to this level. You can tell that he's new to this level.
Bruno's very. If I'm being honest, and you can't really say if we erase all his goals and assists, but if we just isolate him in like a compilation of like what he does, and don't rub out the bad parts. If we line up everything he does on the ball, if we line it up and put it into a compilation, his level will not be Man United. at all. At all.
It's
At all.
today every single time trying to go long or
Right,
getting
just
robbed.
hitting Hail Marys. And
Like,
sometimes it's hard on Rashford, who I know you're going to get onto later, but it must be frustrating playing like that because when you make he makes bursting runs and Bruno gets it right, but it's just
he's gonna get it right. We've said this ever
eventually, yeah,
since he
it's
came. He's
going to
gonna
get it
get it
right
right
eventually.
eventually. Something's gonna come off because he has so much of the ball
But it's so
and he tries
tiresome.
so much stuff. But like this is we're only gonna face better opposition as we go deeper into the competition. What you're doing is not sustainable, brother. It's not sustainable. I don't care what anybody tells me. What you're doing right now is not sustainable. Just hoofing it. And it's not like you're press resistant as well. It's not like you're one of those midfielders that are agile, one touch, two touch, can get out of tight corners. You're not that guy either. So literally, you're just stuck in the middle where if it doesn't come off like that, you can't even give him the ball in dangerous positions because we saw in the first half you're gonna get pressed off the ball. I think it was that first couple of minutes, literally got the ball edge of the box and he's trying to control it. You're trying to control a falling ball in the box, gets robbed and they create a chance from that. It's just IQ in this team is just so low. It's so low that they make bad decisions so often. So that even if you get into a good position, you're gonna lose the ball or you're gonna do something dumb to ruin it anyway.
I was talking to my uncle during the match, and he was just saying like he doesn't know why a 37-year-old would want to put himself through what Ronaldo decided to put himself through. Like he should have just gently just gone to Manchester City after every game, go up to the box, have some cocktail. Like you're gonna get a trophy every single season. You're gonna like add to you because you're all about your records now, your money.
We gotta accept that. We gotta accept that. Maybe like Guardiola has done this to United before, where or agents have done
Are
this
we
to
giving
United
him that
before.
much credit that he's
I
actually?
don't know because like you really deep it. Where does Ronaldo really fit in City system, man? Really deep it.
Yeah, because they're man chill with him. He's not gonna press. He's not gonna
deep, like really deep it. Where is he gonna like? Does he fit in the Guardiola system? Is that real? But at the time, it's just like we can't let Ronaldo go to City. That's all. It felt like what's going on? What's going on here? But really, if we really sit down and think about it, it was just a horrible move all around. And everyone just needs to cut their losses and say, you know what? We got it wrong.
Wenger's a very smart man because when Thierry Henry came back, we let him come back for 3 games. We got the goal against.
He's got his goal on the second debut. It can't go worse from there.
Can't go worse.
Don't make him the main striker. Literally just bring him off the bench. Give him 5 minutes.
You're done up. Thierry Henry, clap him off against Leeds. Big game. Celebrations.
Like, nah, we got end of the season. Just got dead it. Like, we know what it is. We got Ginnels. You had your season here. You had your moment. No, it's not gonna work. Rashford. My boy, man. Because it's even more damning that Elanga comes on for you and then brings us back into the game. Not even through any sort of great skill, or it's just through Elanga making good runs. It's Elanga making the runs that you never really made.
Supposed to be making.
You never really made those runs throughout the game, and it's just like
it must have been shattered. That stadium is huge.
The pitch looked too big for them. The pitch looked too big for them.
Was huge.
It looked way too big for them.
Elanga came on, and credit to him, even though Oblak did make it a little bit easy. But
I even thought Elanga took it mad early, but no,
it's still a lot of work to do, though. It's still a lot of work to do.
Good finish, but
great finish. Right,
as bad as we were, we've put ourselves in a decent position to go forward into the next round because I don't think the performance can be worse. Oh, I say that, but you see, United, so it genuinely could get worse.
You can match it,
huh?
But you can match the performance.
Yeah, we could match it. We could easily match it. So, I mean, going into the second leg, we've given ourselves a chance. I was even saying that our best hope is that we keep it at 1-0 because I couldn't see us scoring for the life of us.
Read Bisky's comment before she leaves.
Bisky, you are dumb. Man said Rashford told Elanga to get his head up and Elanga took his spot at the club. When Rashford did that tweet, you know Elanga doesn't have Twitter. So who the hell are you talking to? Elanga doesn't have Twitter. Who are you talking to? Yeah,
This club is in the doldrums,
man. Nathan said next leg is gonna be a 90+4 OG winner for either team. Hey man, I think Simeone's gonna be a bit burnt from conceding, and I can like him in away games in the Champions League. He's never really gone at other teams, so it'll be interesting because to be fair, I never saw him being on the front foot against us today.
So if it ends 1-1, it goes to if it ends as 0-0, it goes to penalties. This is weird
yeah,
about away goals.
it's new. It's new.
It's culture, man. You got getting rid of the culture.
I don't know why they wanted to throw away goals, but fair enough.
We grew up with it. Cool.
Ideas. Who do you anything? What do you think for the second leg? Who goes through?
They never really call it. I just never trust Atletico because it's like once they get the goal, they never go for blood. They just bank on their ability to just be rigid and stick to the structure in which they train on rigorously. But
they should have killed the game in the first half. At least got a second goal. Second goal in the
they should have. But they wouldn't. When they keep hitting the post, you're just thinking, yeah, this is just going to even 1-0. United will draw. I don't. Yeah.
Hugo Perry said being Atleti away from home ain't for everybody. I'm guessing Hugo must be. Hugo Chelsea.
A lot of English fans, rival fans, are not happy. Like were even though it ended 1-1, they were tweeting throughout the game. So Chelsea said, "No way, Atleti. We didn't let them dominate us once over 2 legs." Liverpool fans have saying that we've spanked Atleti in the group stage and stuff. They've kind of forgotten the one before COVID, I guess, in 2019. But hey,
they try to wipe that from the memory.
They just wiped that from the memory. But hey, yeah. So you guys don't lose to them. But I do think it's gonna end 1-0. 1-0 Atleti.
1-0 Atleti. All right, Atleti going through. Fair enough. Moving on to yesterday's game at the Bridge, Chelsea versus Lille. It finished a relatively comfortable 2-0 to Chelsea. Relatively comfortable, but the big news came from before the game where it was decided by Tommy Tuchel that Romelu Lukaku would not start in the Champions League for them after only having 7 touches in the game against Crystal Palace. He said in a pre-match presser that this is not the time for jokes. When he said that, yeah, on my life, I nearly fell down crying from laughter because you know how stressed out you must be for you to recognize what they're saying about Lukaku and say this ain't even it reminds me so much. You reminds me so much of when we used to do revival, and we'd be losing or something, and somebody's trying to make jokes, and it's just this ain't even the time.
This is not the time to judge. This is not the time to
locking.
Yeah, no.
Hey. Hey, Tuchel said, "Hey, everyone, lock in. This ain't even the type of jokes. I've got serious problems with this brother right now." A man said, "What?"
Luckily they won.
Type of banner.
Luckily, it's always perfect when your manager can drop this like the star player and you still get the result. But if I'm Lukaku, I don't know where my head's at. I don't know. Anyway, we're supposed to focus on the game. Okay, in terms of the game. Firstly, the fact Havertz scored is quite frustrating because you know they're going to start calling him Mr. Europe, right?
They've already started.
They're going to start calling him Mr. Europe. But Chelsea playing with these false 9, no front man thing, I think it's very, I wouldn't say short term, but it's their best bet going forward until they figure out the Lukaku scenario. But what I'm going to say is this, I ain't scared of it. That's not threatening. Like
I hear that completely, man. I hear that completely because, like, even Havertz had a good game, and you got the goal obviously, but I thought Lille were on the verge of creating stuff that match, but they didn't have the quality to really punch it home. That Renato Sanchez, fantastic again. Chelsea, apart from I think they had a good first 10 minutes. That first 10-minute spell was good. They were on top and created a lot of chances, got the goal. But apart from that, they didn't really come back into the game until Pulisic got the second goal on the counter. Kante, another one.
What can we say?
Literally.
What can we say?
Never lost faith in him. Never lost faith.
That's poor. All of you lot gone quiet. I remember know you and your twin.
Never lost faith.
He just runs. You just
run. Yeah. But yeah, in terms of it being threatening, again, it doesn't really move me. A front three of Pulisic, Havertz, and Ziyech or Mount it doesn't really move me too much. It doesn't really move me too much.
They could smell a mistake. Like if you make a mistake, they'll score. That's it. That's it.
Nathan said that Bamba, you when I catch him, I'm gripsing him. He was on banter that game. Him, Bamba, and Onana. Hey, nah, they were.
Onana was smelly,
Bro,
but
man was a DM and they was playing him up front. Look how he was lanks. You could tell that wasn't his natural position. He was lanks, way too lanks.
It works now. So in terms of the front three, it's not threatening enough for like to strike fear into you as a defense. So it's perfect to play against, I feel like. But they can, on a good day, yeah, they can cause you some problems, or at least one of them can cause you some problems. But I feel like if your defense makes a mistake, they can capitalize. It's one of those type of front threes. They're competent, but they're not. But if you play to your level as well, they're not going to worry you. In terms of the back line, as in Chelsea's back line, that's always going to be, that's assured. Chelsea's problem has never really been defense, and even midfield at that. Maybe their problem in midfield before was when Kovacic was injured, but now he's back and him and Kante holding it down. So Chelsea's main issue is just their inability to be able to score goals. And until the fullbacks come, they're starting fullbacks, Chelsea ain't doing nothing. Like their punches ain't hurting. Oh, sorry.
That's shocking, man. This goes all the way back to Birmingham times. You'd always tell me, "Hey, make sure your phone's on." That's shocking from you. And it's been a recent theme in recent episodes. It's been a recent theme. It's not the first time this has happened. Gonna have to bring this up with management. Gonna have to bring this. I'm just warning you. I'm not gonna hand you back, but I will be bringing up
on the best side. My Wi-Fi ain't frozen in a minute.
In a minute, still. Chim got you that new Wi-Fi, innit? Tim got you that new Wi-Fi. It's calm. It's calm. You don't have to run from it. Producers produce. But yeah, no, it was Chelsea. Chelsea were enough to get past Lille on the day, but again, it's not the most terrifying combination, and I think that's something that they need to figure out, because if you can incorporate Lukaku's lethalness, but right now, if you put him into the team, it's just not flowing how it flows when you have a Havertz up front. It's just not flowing. So it's kind of stuck in they're stuck between the middle of good flowing football, but a lack of clinicalness. And if you have Lukaku up there, he's more likely to bury a chance, but the football just isn't flowing. So they're in between right now. They need somebody that can mix both of those skills. And a certain Erling Haaland is on the market this summer, so watch out for that one.
Chelsea, I'm tired of Chelsea. How long is this gonna? Someone's got to really freeze Abramovich's assets. Like, what's going on? They can't keep doing this. Like, and why Chelsea's one?
Boris Johnson can say he's gonna freeze Roman's assets. He said, "Sorry, no, that was a mistake." I really mean that.
He can't because they fund the Conservatives, but that's a story for another day. Chelsea's mantra upsets me.
So you got a politics pod?
Me? Oh, you got to dabble in politics, Get into the age, man. You got to dabble in politics. But that's a story for another day. In terms of just Chelsea, I was just going to say Chelsea's mantra proper makes me jealous and upset because they're just loyal to winning and no one else. So it doesn't matter if they blow 100 mil. They'll just try to get Lukaku off and get someone else in, and you forget that they've spent so much money on failures, or some of their transfers have been failures. You forget about it. But
yeah, when you're ready to go again.
That Haaland thing ain't a stretch, by the way. That Haaland charge
is 70 million. It's 70 million odd in the summer. That's nothing.
70 million.
Every single team is gonna be like Lukaku.
Every single team should bid. Like Arsenal should bid just as courtesy. Every single team should bid. I'm being serious. Haaland should have at least like 12 contracts on the table, and you can pick.
It's literally just like if Lukaku, if not Lukaku, if Haaland indicates he's ready to come to the bridge, they won't think twice about buying him. They'll literally dispatch Lukaku and say,
they might even send Lukaku to Dortmund.
They'll do something that they wouldn't hesitate in bringing Haaland here. Nathan said we're going to talk about Renato Sanchez spinning Kovacic. That was a next spelling of Kovacic. Oh my god, I've never seen it spelled like that.
He's typo in it. He normally gets the names right. To be fair,
true. Like a bizzle from Harsden. Hey, no.
I'll give you that comment. I don't even know why you brought it up.
Yeah, but now Renato Sanchez, he's got that thing about him. He's got that thing
Yeah,
about him.
he's got it, but it's
That
just people are
confidence.
just a bit fearful in terms of do you want to come and risk it in the Barclays?
He's
Do you want to
already had his welcome to the Premier League moments, man.
Yeah,
That
so he
that
hasn't. He
Tottenham
can't
game,
afford. Yeah, he can't afford another Swansea. But if he comes to the Barclays, I'm sure he'll be
he's
good
kind
enough.
of got that. He's kind of got that.
Tillemans.
Nah, I even think closer to what we saw from Yao Felix today in the confidence
Oh,
taking
sorry,
the ball.
I didn't mean that in style of play. I meant like in level. If he comes, what would
Oh,
you?
level. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tillemans will be a good, but I think he can even go past Tillemans. I think he can go past Tillemans if he adds a bit more ruthlessness to his game. But yeah, just in terms of the confidence to take the ball in so many situations, take on a player and pop it off. Again, if
Hopefully
more
he goes. Hopefully we see him in Qatar. But
in Portugal, they
yeah,
need
that
to get
team's tough.
Santos off the hot seat, man. He doesn't know he's gonna be out there playing Bruno and Ronaldo in
That team.
Qatar.
That
You
team.
don't
No,
have a
Bruno
clue.
don't start.
Huh?
Bruno doesn't start.
Nah, you'll play Bruno. I'm telling you.
Mm.
I'm telling you. He ain't got Scooby. Give the key. Give the keys to Yao Felix. Give the keys to Ronaldo Sanchez. It's time. It's time. Quickly, Dusan Vlahovic debut goal in the Champions League. It took him 50 seconds in Champions League football to get off the mark. Obviously finished 1-1 against Villarreal in Spain. What are we thinking for that match quickly?
Hurt me, that goal hurt me.
You taking Villarreal or Juventus?
Oh no, so I thought he was talking about Juventus as a whole. That goal hurt me. I can't even lie.
Arsenal fans, somebody said it's an L for Arsenal, but a W for Arteta's talent ID.
What does that even mean? Because was that talent ID? The whole world was talking about it. Just we're the only ones that wanted him. But anyway, why it was hurt me is because I saw the finish, and that's a finish of a shooter. That's a
Took it
finish of a
early,
shooter. He
bottom corner.
took the ball, he put it over there. That's the finish of a shooter, bottom bins. But yeah. I expect Juventus to go through. Not on the strength of this is just because lazy as it sounds, just bigger team. It's an upset if Juventus don't go through. As lazy.
I see Villarreal going through. I tuned into the Juventus game on bits and parts, but apart from the goal, like Juventus under Allegri is just so backwards. Like I don't think you can be successful in the modern game playing this sort of like playing the football that he plays, where it's so negative and you're just sitting back waiting for opportunities to counter. You've got most of your players behind the ball, bar Vlahovic maybe, and even Vlahovic when he gets the ball is isolated. This like literally even for the goal, he was up there by himself and he created a goal out of nothing. Like
Villarreal's team's got a lot of ex-Prem players. So 1-4. There's 3 Tottenham players. Lo Celso, Etienne Capoue, 1-4. Then REARview and Moreno from Liverpool. Chukwueze is here as well. Pau Torres is like the person that everybody
it's a
wants to
decent
buy.
little team. It's a decent little team. Gave us a run about in the Champions League game.
Final.
No, not even Europa, even Champions League game more recent in our group. Gave us the run around before we came back. But yeah, I'm going for Villarreal for this game. Yeah, I'm going for Villarreal to go through. I don't see like this Juventus thing where I don't know why they decided to go back for Allegri. Allegri is like literally the least progressive thing. It's like literally running back to your ex. You don't do that. You don't run back to your ex just because you're scared of the future.
The Allegri reappointing Allegri was quite lazy, but I feel like they wanted someone to just be safe and steer the ship with the Perla, because the Perla one was quite scandalous because the whole people are killing their faves, they're killing their legends by asking them to step into managerial roles, because surely it's clear as day that the best managers very rarely ever make the best players, ex-players never make the best managers. But yeah, Allegri, that's a lazy one. I promise you Conte was going to go back to Juventus.
And you made a good point. You made a good point about them being burnt by the Perla one because they gave a relative rookie a chance, but they only gave him the chance because of the strength of his legend. It's not like they really thought he was a good coach.
That whole phase when Pirlo got a job, Lampard got a job, Gattuso got a job. In Italian they were doing it. Gattuso got a job. Was it Inzaghi?
I think Inzaghi got a job. Inzaghi was a bit earlier, to be fair.
Inzaghi was earlier. His brother as well.
Yeah, his brother got a job. So
Inzaghi's brother's got a job as well. But it was just everyone. They was just giving out jobs to ex-pros. Like where like people haven't been training whilst those pros were playing. Like, anyway,
Nathan said they should have kept Sarri. Hey,
I forgot about
again,
Sarri.
yeah, literally, just right now, it's just.
But yeah,
Juventus-
Serie A is heating up. You lot feel free to check it out, just highlights and stuff. Because one thing about Jose, he's box office, and he's keeping them cameras over there in Serie A. You're seeing him booting the ball out because it was an obvious throw for Roma, but he booting the ball out. No, Jose's box office over there, man. He's box office.
Quickly, final game: Ajax versus who do they face? Benfica. Benfica versus Ajax. 2-2.
Yeah.
Haller with a goal and an own goal. Who do you think's going through in that one? Trust Ajax to get.
Can I just quickly say something about Sebastian Haller?
Go through.
No matter how well he does in the champs, I'm never going to be deceived by it because I've seen him in 2 tournaments not be perfect, like not be good enough or not really.
Be fair, man. Be fair.
But we've seen him in the Barclays.
You say you've seen him in the Barclays. He's even come out and said something. He said something recently about his time in the Barclays. He said he didn't fit David Moyes' system. He wanted a striker more like David Moyes wanted a striker more like Antonio. And he obviously he doesn't have anything against the West Ham players. Said
and then what about in Cameroon last month?
Cameroon again.
That was bad. He was bad.
It was
very bad.
Bad, but at the same time, I'm not gonna apply too much tax on that. For me, he's performed very well in the Champions League, performed very well in the Eredivisie. There's question marks about him stepping up into a higher league because there are stronger leagues than the Eredivisie. But I'm not
8th tier league in that.
Yeah, but again, if you're doing in the Champions League as well, like he's stamped in the Champions League. Pretty sure he's the top scorer in the
he's top scorer in the champs.
So I think he's stamped right now. Like he has to prove at a higher level domestically.
Stamped. Do you know that? Okay.
I think
what's he worth to you? 30 mil.
Huh? What's he worth? I think somebody takes another 40 million punt. Remember when I got killed for talking bad about Africans? Keep that same energy for Oluwashemi. Hey,
I didn't say anything bad about. I've said he couldn't do it in the. You know what?
Don't bother explaining yourself. The die has been cast. The die has been cast. Guys, thank you for locking in with us as always on a Wednesday evening for the REARview show. Appreciate all of you for coming inside. Make sure you smash the like button before you leave the show. So take this time, a little bit of housekeeping. Smash the like button. You smash the like button, we show up on more of your friends' algorithms and whatnot. I'm getting all into the technicalities, but yeah, make sure you take this time to smash the like button. Share this with a friend. Let them know that European. What? Nah, Nathan, this is bad unprovoked. How do you know this? How do you know this? How do you know this, Nathan? Interrupting my housekeeper. Now I got to ask this question. How do you know this? How do you know this, Nathan? Man said, I heard Banks' breath stinks still. How do you know? How do you know? Who told you? Who told you? God damn it. But yeah, make sure you share it with a friend. Let them know we're here after every single Champions League match day. We're going to be moving on to Europa League soon, so we're going to be covering Europa League soon.
We've still got to get through the round of 16.
We're gonna jump in. We're gonna jump in round of 16. I've decided round of 16. We're jumping in.
Yeah,
we're jumping in. Executive decision.
Because Barca Napoli is a good fixture, but
yeah,
it's not.
As always, thank you guys for joining. Have a lovely evening.
Peace, people.
You are now listening to The Final Third.
I think Pepe's so comfortable.
Well, you should be in
just need to shake him.
You should be in prison. We bailed you out. We bailed you out to come and play this season. You're out here